Okay, so we did do the homework answers, and very quickly, I'm just going to call that up again because I want, in case someone wants to check the homework, I want them to be able to scan through very quickly. So I'm just going to scroll through this very quickly, even though we discussed it already. That way, if someone at home wants to watch the video, they can see the steps to get all of the correct answers for most of the homework. All of the homework's not here, but most of it is. I wish they would have listened to my explanation, but I forgot to record it. Uh-oh, someone's having a religious experience. Is everything okay?
No.
You sure? Did your pen explode?
No, it got me crying.
I hate when that happens. I feel like so out of sorts. Hey, I dyed my hair this weekend.
I noticed.
Platinum because I'm money.
You know you're recording, right?
Yeah, I'm recording. I am platinum dyed.
You should dye it.
I did my hair purple.
I dyed pheasant feathers purple. That's why I have purple on my hands. And I dyed some purple and some black from blue-eared pheasants and brown-eared pheasants.
What?
I really did.
My headband's black.
My headband's black. My fingers are purple.
I'm gonna dye my hair red.
Oh, that's gonna look pretty cool there. All right.
I'm gonna get really nappy.
Ham.
I'm not white.
Excuse me. So much of your test is going to have questions about graphs and tables, and it's going to ask you to draw conclusions based on these graphs and tables. So let's take a look at this one. It says $3.50 is 2 croissants, $7 is 4 croissants, $10.50 is 6 croissants, and so on. Talking about unit rate. What does the word unit mean?
Rate of change.
No, the rate of change is the rate part of it, but unit. Unit means one. Very good. So they're asking, how much does 1 croissant cost? So if it's $3.50 for 2, you divide and you get $1.75
Whoa.
per croissant. Okay? Again, the information is coming to you in a table. You need to be able to interpret reading the table and so on. Next up, the unit rate per bagel. Well, look here. I'm going up $1, over 1. Up, it's actually not over a whole one. It looks like it's over a little bit less than 1. So it looks to me like it's about 75 cents a bagel. Okay? A little bit less than $1. We could be very specific right here. Oh, hold it. It's not 75 cents a bagel. See, I eyeballed it. Look, this is exactly $4 for exactly 5 bagels. So if I do $4 divided by 5, Chris, come on, knock it off. If I do $4 divided by 5 bagels, I get 80 cents per bagel. Okay? So when it comes to interpreting from a graph, you look for a point that's exactly on a point of intersection on the grid, and then you use those two numbers. What's that?
Where's the bagel shop at?
Where's the bagel shop?
Yeah.
Well, I live over by Bagel Lovers, so I like their bagels. I think they're pretty good. I only have them every couple of weeks, but they're pretty good. Okay. Next up, find the length of a line segment connecting 7-2 and 3-1. So I go to 3-1, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. What do I have to do to find the length of that line segment? Well, I know you can't explain it, but your fingers are moving correctly. Yeah, we're going to make a right triangle. And then I'm going to count here as 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. And then in a right triangle, what rule can I always use? Pythagorean theorem, very good. Leg squared plus leg squared is equal to hypotenuse squared. So 1 squared plus 4 squared, because those are the legs, the hypotenuse is across from it, is equal to hypotenuse squared. 1 plus 16 is h squared. H squared is 17, and then I square root both sides, and I get h is the square root of 17. Does anybody remember what kind of number the square root of 17 is? Anybody remember the name for that kind of number? There are several names, but there's one in particular I'm looking for. What? Irrational, very good. What's our favorite irrational number? The one everybody knows. Good, pi. And then there's this one called e that you'll learn about when you get a little older. That's probably the second most favorite. And finally, any square root that you can't figure out, like the square root of 17, the square root of 27, The square root of 7, the square root of 101. A rational number is the square root of 25, because what's the square root of 25? 5, and that can be written as a fraction, 5 over 1. Okay, next up. Diagram below, what's the measure of angle x? Have you seen this one enough?
Yes.
Right, 2 pre-tests and a test.
Yes.
What do those two angles add up to?
180.
180. What's the word for two angles that add up to 180?
Complementary.
Supplementary. Very good. Complementary is 90. Chris, easy to remember. The letter C comes before S in the alphabet. 90 comes before 180. Complementary adds up to 90. Supplementary adds up to 180. So, 180 minus 47, 133 degrees. Last but not least, actually we have two more to go. Three angles of a triangle are 2n. N minus 42 and 3n is the triangle right acute or obtuse. Add them up, set them equal to 180. 2n plus 1n is 3n, plus another 3n is 6n. Minus 42 is 180. Add 42 to both sides. Die. 6n is 222. Divide by 6. N is, let's see, we got 37. So that makes this guy, 2 times 37 is 74. 37, oh, that would be a really neat trick. This doesn't exactly work. -5, which would never be. And 3 times 37 is 111. So we're just going to say, for argument's sake, even though -5 really does throw this off, that it has to be obtuse because come out to 111. Okay? And diving board, we want to find the length of the diagonal. If this is 5, this is 5. What kind of angle is this right here? Right angle, good. So I draw across, that's the hypotenuse. Once again, leg squared, 5 squared, plus what goes next?
12 squared.
12 squared equals what?
8 squared.
8 squared, good. 5 squared is 25, 12 squared is 144. And these numbers are starting to get a little big and they could be bothersome, except the fact that you have a calculator. So they should not be. H squared is 169, square root both, and I get that H is 13. So 13 meters is the correct answer. And that's a really, really good do it for testing stuff about it. Slopes and tables and graphs and geometry and all the stuff we've been doing, and now we get to some three-dimensional geometry. Here's our reference sheet. Remember, on our reference sheet, they give you a picture. So if there's a picture in the problem, you match the picture to the one on the formula sheet. They also give you the name. So if in the problem it says right circular cylinder and volume, you look right here for the formula. If it says triangle and area, you look right here for the formula. If it says parallelogram and area. So whatever they do, you just match what's in the problem to the reference sheet. And now we get to surface area. And before I do surface area, I would like to do volume. See, here's a right rectangular prism. They don't give me a formula for area, for surface area, but they do give me a formula for volume. You can use either formula. Big B always means, I told you this the other day, what does big B mean? Area of the base, okay? Or you can use length times width times height. So let's just do the volume for this very quickly. The volume of this figure would be what? Length times width times height. That's what the formula sheet just said. What's the length? 11? Okay. I'm even going to put feet there. What's the width?
3.
Okay, so I'm going to put 3 feet. And then I'm going to do the height.
4.
4 feet. Now, you just take your calculator and you do 11 times 3 times 4 and 132. 132. Now, what would x times x times x be?
X.
X to the
Third.
third. So feet times feet times feet is feet to the third.
12.
So I get 132 feet to the third power. But this problem wants us to find the surface area. It doesn't really want us to find the volume. I just wanted to review volume. To do surface area, they don't give you the formula on the volume on the formula sheet. You see this paperclip container here?
Can I have one?
No. Here's the paperclip container, and this is a rectangular prism, more or less. And the surface area is the outside of it. It's, if you will, the box, and volume is what's in the box, okay? So, if I want to find the surface area, I need to find the area at the top and the bottom, this piece on the side and this piece, and then the front and the back. So I can literally write that down. Top, bottom, left, right, front, back. And then I just do all of the areas. Now, what's the formula for area of a rectangle? We should all remember that. How do you find the area of a rectangle, guys? Length times width, right? Or base times height, same thing? Okay, so let's do the top. This piece right here is the top. What is the length of that piece?
11 feet.
11. And what is the width?
3.
3. So 11 times 3 is 33. See, if this guy's 3, then this guy's also 3. Now, let's do the bottom. Well, isn't the bottom the same exact size?
Yeah.
Top and bottom are the same, so I'm going to put 33 here. Now, what about the left side? And the left side's going to be the same as the right side. So I'm going to do this piece right here. What is that? What times what?
11 times 3.
3 times 4, which is 12. And if this is 12, then the right side's 12. And what about the front piece, which is right over here?
4 times
4 times 11. Good, and it is 44.
44. Ooh, 44.
So then 44 there.
4.
Now, to get the total surface area, what do you think I do with those numbers? Add them up. 33 and 33 is 66, 76, 86, 90, 130, 134, 138, 178.
Ooh, you're back.
Now, you have a calculator, so you could have just done that on a calculator too. So all you need to do is top, bottom, left, right, front, back, find them. And you only have to find one because they all match up. So you do top, you got bottom, you do left, you do right, front goes back, and so on. You try the next one, and what I would like you to do for the next figure is both. I want you to do the volume and also the surface area. Do them both. Go ahead.
Tired. I'm tired.
Okay, let's go. Volume and surface area. Chris, with that. Your volume come out to 1,000?
Yeah.
Should be 25 times 10 times 8. Yes, 2,000. I'm sorry, you're right. 2,000 is correct. And just before you go, real quick, the area of the top will be 80, so the bottom's also 80. Area of the front would be 250, so the back is 250. And the side would be 25 times 8, 200, and then the other side would also be 200. Yes?
Can I come in tomorrow morning?
No, I won't be here tomorrow morning.
Okay, come on then.
Library tomorrow night works.